Hey guys, and welcome back to another great episode of Pardon Our Honesty. I'm Tiffany,
Megan.
and today we're going to add to our podcast before we get started or rewind that on our last episode about should I be paying for college experience or should the young person going to college pay for the college
We
experience?
had a lot of interaction
Yeah.
on the college questions
Okay.
that you
Okay.
posted. Tiffany's the guru behind her social media. And one of the questions you asked is a college degree worth it? So we got a couple of responses. One was depends. If
Yeah.
you're in a specialty like a nurse, a
Yes.
teacher, yes. If not, what is your long-term goal?
Mhm.
What is your investment and your return?
Mhm.
So I thought that was interesting. And there's quite a few people who said if they didn't have a specific,
Mhm.
teacher, doctor, whatever, they would not have gone to college. Another one was, the cost of college, whose expense is it? And multiple people responded that, it's here nor there. It could be either way, but
Yes.
why don't more people push the military to where the school is paid for? And that way you're
Oh.
getting life experience. You can kind of figure out what you want to do and all that. Then if you go to college, it's on the military dime.
So I agree the military is a great way to pay for college. I think a lot of us who have the experience of being in the military and knowing what it's really like would prefer our children not go into the military, or we have a specific service. We would
Yeah.
say, hey, join this service. Don't
Or
join
this
that one
one. Yeah.
because you're just a number in a bullet fire. This one over here might take care of you a little bit better and make
Yeah.
sure you got a great skill for when you get out. Something like that. But yeah.
Well, it was interesting because we were at a event a couple weeks ago for the new medical school that's
Mm-hmm.
coming here,
Mm-hmm.
and they had every one of the armed services branch
Mm-hmm.
there, and they were trying to recruit the students like, hey, all that medical debt you have, we will wipe it away with a commitment from you. And one girl was very intrigued. She had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
She was very intrigued by it. She said, all of it, it's going to be like $80,000. They said,
Okay.
all of it.
Yeah.
She said, for how many years? The guy said 4 years, 3 to 5. He said, depending.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's not a bad idea.
No, it's not a
She's
bad
like, because it will
idea.
take me a long time to pay that off. So I could see that. And another question that was asked was, if your child goes away to school or they're an adult and they come back home, do they have rules and guidelines? And they all said, absolutely, yes.
You need to.
It's not free reign because
No.
you're an adult.
No.
You come home, you still have rules at the house because you came home.
Yes.
So if you come home, you're at my house, my rules.
Yes. My house,
So
my rule.
that's one of the only subjects that we have posted about that everybody who responded agreed.
Yeah. She's fine.
What
This
y'all
is
can't
Dottie
see is my dog likes
Dottie
to be in the
Boo.
video.
Yes. Dottie
And
Boo is a sweet girl.
Tiffany doesn't know how to ignore her.
No, I don't, because she's so sweet. And she's a shelter pet. So I'm an advocate of getting your little baby from the shelter because there are number of shelters. If they're at capacity and nobody's adopting dogs, I know times are hard right now, they euthanize them. And
Yeah.
that's terrible.
It is
Because
sad.
the only reason the dog is at the pound or at some rescue is because the owner
owners.
decided, I changed my mind.
They don't get their dogs fixed, spayed or neutered, and then they go out there and make all the same with cats.
Yeah.
There's so many cats that roam around here that I'm like,
I'm notorious for feeding the cats in my neighborhood, and the neighbors are like, "Can you please stop?"
and then you say, they're not my cat.
I say they're my cats, but hey, they're keeping the mice and the little
Yeah.
possums. We have a family of possums that live behind us. They take care of them. So maybe we should talk about shelter pets and owning a doggy or something.
I mean, that's a good point because here's what happens. I think a lot of people do is they get a dog or an animal, a cat, whatever. They think they're so cute.
Yes.
And then 6 months in, they're like,
That thing is a giant. I thought it would be a little puppy
Right.
forever, and
Or
it's huge.
it's more work than I thought. I need to rehome it. And that makes me, because like before I got Dottie, I was like, do I really want a dog?
Yeah.
I had to come home and let him out. I
Mhm.
travel. So what am I going to do with that? And I just got suckered in because I fostered her for 2 days. Then I felt bad taking her back. And I was nervous. She's a pit bull. So I thought she
Yeah.
might eat me, in my sleep or something. Like you have this bad misconception. She's the biggest freaking baby. And like I was sick yesterday and she did not leave my side the whole day. She just laid right in bed next to me the whole time. I got up to go to the bathroom. She'd come right in there with me and sit.
Yeah.
Like she is just like, so, but it's so
Baby.
time demanding. And like
It
I told
is.
Madison, she's thinking about getting a dog. I'm like, babe,
Mm-mm.
listen, it sounds great in theory. You live in an apartment. Do you wanna
Yes.
go up and down, take the dog out? Then what if the dog chews? And then, you work sometimes 12 hours. She
Yep.
opens to close, 12 to
Yep.
14 hours. Who's gonna take care of the dog?
The neighbor or the roommate, or hopefully the little puppy is trained that, okay, you gotta hold it till I come
Yeah, that's
home.
sad though.
It's
Dog to put them in a kennel for 12 hours a day.
I mean, well, look at the alternative. They go to the shelter. I say,
Yeah.
forget it. I don't want to take care of the dog anymore. It might go to a great home, but there's no guarantee. Um, if they run out of room, especially with pit bulls, they are the first
They're the
to be
first. People
like
don't want to adopt them.
euthanized and gotten rid of because nobody wants a pit. They have this bad
Mhm.
reputation.
Was nervous. I mean, when I took her in for the first 2 days, I was nervous. I was kind of sketchy because I'm like, I don't want to get in her face, and I don't because I really just thought she'd eat
Mhm.
me. I mean, like, is she going to turn? Is she violent? Because it's a pit bull, and she
Yeah,
was deserted. I mean,
yeah.
so she was obviously abused. She's got scars on her, and I'm like, but she doesn't even do that way with strangers. Just other dogs. She's a little bit more
Mhm,
sensitive. So somebody told
mhm.
me she could have been like a bait
Yep,
dog,
yep.
but it still makes me nervous. I mean, she's mine and she's so beautiful and
Yeah,
lovely and
she
she's
is
so sweet.
super
But I still
sweet.
sometimes when people come to pet her, I just say, "Don't pet her. Don't get in her face," because
Yeah.
I just feel like,
Well,
you
I
know
mean, that would be on that person because
Yeah,
why did you put your face down there by the dog
yeah.
mouth if you
But
don't know it
yeah.
anyway?
But
Because
adopting, I think or that if you wanna donate somewhere, I think donating sometimes to the
yeah,
shelters can be helpful.
it
I
is
keep
very
joking with
helpful.
my mother the other day, she texted us an article. She spoke at a city meeting where she lives about doing more funding
Yeah,
for the shelters
yeah.
because she volunteers there, and I keep joking, and she never answered my text, by the way. But I said, "Mom, is this your way of telling us you're leaving our inheritance to the animal shelter?" And she said, "Haha, you make me laugh so hard." And I was like, "Is that your way of saying yes?" And she still didn't
That is
answer. My sister
hilarious.
texts me on the side. She's not answering you.
So we first got into getting dogs for years. I told my kids, absolutely not. No, I don't want a dog. We work too much. Things are going on. Life is happening. Y'all not going to take care of the dog. I'm going to end up, it'll be my dog or my cat. And so Ed, my fancy husband, was like, Tiffany, let those kids have a dog. And I was like, okay, we get a little bitty baby dog. So we went to the shelter in Arizona near the military base, and the lady the shelter is named after, she actually did that. She left all her inheritance to that shelter to make sure that dogs and cats had some place to go because big military town.
They would drop them
You
off.
drop
Yeah, I
in
get
a
that. Yeah.
heartbeat. We're PCSing overseas. I don't want to take this dog or
Mhm.
this cat with me, or I don't think I can. And so they dump it at the shelter. But we got a little, what is a miniature pincher? And I was like, what in the world have I gotten myself into? He was probably about this big, but he was an escape artist. I could not keep that little dog in the house, but he was the best little dog I ever could have asked for as a first pet. I think I paid $25 at the shelter. It was a little lady's inheritance donation, and loved the dog. We got him the second one from there. He was surrendered because the people had Persian cats, and it was a little poodle. He probably was like a standard poodle. He would mess with the cats, and they didn't like that, so they got rid of him. But he was a senior dog. He ended up passing away. But I really think dogs and cats are man's best friend.
I
Because,
do
like you
too.
said, they can notice you're not feeling great, something's going on. Let me just come and love on you and make sure you're okay. They don't ask any questions. If you have a bad day and you scream at them, they still gonna be like, hey,
I do agree, they're man's best friend. But I also think that it's scary sometimes, like you said, senior pets.
yeah.
Did somebody turn them in because they're wedding, like, having accidents? Did they turn them in because they got you don't know. You're literally taking, like, when they're older, she was 3, 2 or 3, but, like, you
Mhm.
don't know what the history is. That's the
Yeah.
only scary thing about adopting is,
Yeah.
like, you don't know. But it's also, like you said, I feel like it's sad, but animals I love my dog and I love my big fat cat, but I am
That's
also
cute.
I don't know that I would be traumatized if something happened to my animals. Like, I think I would be sad, but I wouldn't be, like, destroyed. And there's a lot of people I know that their animals are like their
That's their
children,
baby.
and I get that, and
Yes.
I have no dig on it, but I think it's in my mind, I know you're an animal, I know you're here for a limited
Yeah.
amount of time.
Yeah. That's
I love them, but, like, like, there's people I know that have spent $6, $7,000 on surgeries, and I'm like,
Can't do that.
"Yeah, no, I
I
wouldn't do
cannot.
it
I
either."
can't.
And then I feel bad saying that because 'cause
I
I'm like,
can't.
"Oh my
I
god, I feel
can't.
like such an awful person, people are gonna be judging me so bad." But, like, I love my animals and I take very good care of them. But if I took Dottie in right now and they said it'd be 7 grand, I'd,
7 grand to
well,
spend
right,
on a dog.
right, or do payments or do I don't know, it'd be tough. It'd be
Okay, so
tough,
I
so
said that. I said if my so we had that miniature pinscher in Cisco, and he was the poodle. Cisco got sick one day, just in the middle of the living room, just peed blood. And I was like, "Oh my Jesus, what do we do with this dog?" So we rush it to the ER or for the animal hospital. And they said, "Well, we think the dog might have cancer. We can send the dog from where we were. It would have been an hour drive to go to the next town to get a specialist." And I was like, that sounds like a lot of money. We can't do that. And if it's cancer, the dog is going to pass away anyway. So we did put him down, and I cried like a baby.
yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't even be in the same room with them doing the procedure because I was like, I am killing my dog. That is absolutely horrible.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
sad.
do feel like if something happened to my dog Nora right now, she's a sweetheart. I love her to death. But if something happened to her, baby, I'm not getting another dog because it is very
See,
expensive.
it's
It's
expensive,
very time
time
consuming.
consuming, and, like,
I
we
like to
travel.
travel.
So,
Who watching the dog?
right, and for a week, like, okay, so this next week when we're out of town, um, it's gonna be probably $500 to board her because I leave Sunday and come back the following Monday. It'll be at least $500, if not
Really?
more. And I'm
She's
like,
right.
"That's a whole airline ticket. That's a hotel." That's which,
Ah,
I
Jesus. I mean, but we do it because we love the dog. We
yeah.
want them to have a great life, and why not? I mean, they do give to us. They might not
Oh,
give
yeah. I mean, she's so
financial to give,
she's
but it is
sweet
very
and
expensive because my school teacher, she has a little poodle. His name is Momo. I love Momo. He's such a sweetheart, but he is a poodle. He has to get his hair cut
yeah,
once a month. And I keep telling her, you got to
gotta
get the
get it.
dog's
Yeah.
hair cut once a month. Or every time you bring him to me and I take him, it's been 3 or 4 months, he's going to have to be shaved naked because he's
It's too
getting
nappy.
matted.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
getting matted. You got to take the animal
Yeah.
to the vet. They need shots just like we do or a
Well, right.
checkup.
But, like, okay, when I adopted Dottie, she had heartworms. That was $1,100 treatment from start to finish. For the blood work,
My
the pills, the tests, the retest, the other pills, it was $1,100 from start to finish. That's on top of her regular shots. So her first year, I probably spent 2 grand, $2,500. I mean, you gotta think of that. Like, when you get a dog,
And
they sound
imagine you
great.
bought the dog, like you bought the dog from a breeder.
Yeah.
I'm minimum amount of money I've seen for somebody selling a dog legitimately that's AKC certified and everything. It's like $1,000.
Yeah, there was a lady who we were just talking to the other day. She was looking at a golden doodle, and she's like, "Those are thousands of dollars, puppies."
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
"Yeah."
Yes. Absolutely.
And then food, and if you're lazy, you gotta walk them. So, like, for me, I'm always like, I guess we gotta go on a walk because I feel bad. She's cooped in
Yes.
my house for 12 hours a day. So usually I try to rope Nick in, like, "Hey, look, come over and go for a."
My God.
But your dogs need exercise. So if you're
They
lazy, you
do.
don't get a dog. That's
No,
not fair
please
to
don't.
them. Like, I
Don't
don't
have
understand
time.
outside dogs. People who just leave them outside and they never come in the house. I don't understand that. What is that?
Mhm.
Because I see a dog as a pet.
Okay, but all people don't consider dogs as pets. Some of them consider them pets. Some of them are emotional support. Some of them are companions. Like I know, I see this commercial all the time on the TV where this guy got a dog to help with his PTSD. So
Yeah.
if he's out and things get loud, then like Dottie did, he jumps on the man and kind of calms him down. But I think the outside dog probably came from how they were raised around animals. Cause I remember when I was a kid, dog could not come in the house. I
Yeah.
don't even know why we had a dog because we didn't play with the dog. He couldn't come in the house. So what do
Right.
we have it
Just
for? Um,
protection, maybe to protect
no,
you
because
or
I think it was a little much.
I don't know. But that's the other thing, speaking of, is if you have an animal, I have not, you should train them. Because I am the worst. The dog and jumping on you right now. You could go say, go sit down. It's like, yeah, F you. I'm gonna jump up on you. Like, and it's my fault. Like, I should train the dog. But
Well,
not. I mean,
I've done the training.
and he's a big dog, so it's not really cool. Little
She
dog.
doesn't have terrible habits.
No,
She has
no,
one
should
terrible habit, which is jumping on people, and you could easily train that. But most people that know you and come to the house know, okay, yeah,
She's
Dottie's
just
gonna,
gonna push her down.
and you just
Yeah.
gotta say no, Dottie, get down. But training is expensive. It's
It
not
is.
free, and I've been through my share of training. I
Yeah.
had even a little miniature pinscher in the poodle paid for them to have someone come to the house, show us what to do, how to tell them, go sit down, don't
Right.
jump, blah, blah, blah. We even had the electric collars to train them. I trained my dog, Nora, because when I got her, it was gone to Afghanistan. She was trained to a T. He came back and he saw her and he was like, she was like, a new person, and I don't have to do what that lady over there is saying. And just all the training went out the window. Now, when she and I are at the house by
Well, I have to
ourselves,
say, you've trained that dog not to come in the kitchen, and it blows my mind
he's
because
gonna,
she will literally stop at that kitchen. And then all the other little doggies go in there, and it's poor Nora can't come in there. I'm like,
well, grand doggy is different. He don't live with me. But I did, when he was here the last couple of days, if I said, Momo, get out the kitchen, he would go.
that's
So
good.
he knows,
That's
okay,
good.
if she said get out the kitchen, to go on out the kitchen.
Nick
But
trained his two dogs.
yeah.
And I think that's the other thing. I roped him into two. So when he went to go get the one, I felt bad for the last little dog.
Oh.
And I was like, you can't leave the last sucker me who doesn't even I'm not even crazy about pets. I was like, and plus the kids will never play with the dog. We know this. And we always think your kids are going to play with the dogs.
No.
They don't. So get him a partner because we all work all day and whatever. Now those two dogs, but he did send them to get trained. And
Yeah.
they're a little bit more trained than obviously my dogs, but they're annoying as hell too. And then you got to think about both of his dogs got a virus. So they were sick. I mean, who wants to deal with that when you come home from work? You know what I mean?
No, I have to throw up. And I already know the dog throw up, or if I have to clean up the throw up, it's going to be a bad day for everybody.
Yeah. So it's kind of you got to be really prepared for that because they're a lot of work. Animals are a lot of work.
They are a lot of work, but they are so worth it.
So I feel like people who our friend Shannon, she always helps at the shelters and stuff. I think it is something that gets overlooked because there's a lot of animal population, and you're right. They're only there because of us.
Yeah.
There's a human that didn't fix them.
Yep.
There's a human who dropped
Yep.
them off. There's a human
Yep.
who
And
ties
even
them up to the fence and drives away.
I've seen people dump the dog and just try to drive off, and people catch them on video and turn them in. But I do see a trend now, especially with young people or people who aren't thinking about kids right now. They do get pets, and that is basically their
for
baby.
sure. And I can see it's the same amount of care.
Yeah.
You
that's
got to
your
walk them, take
baby.
them out. You got to make sure to go in the bath, potty train them. They're high demand.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of very.
Yeah. And I saw a video where this one, please, I mean, it depends. I'm just saying. Where the lady was getting her grand doggies for the weekend. And kind of like you were saying, how I did with Moses is let them kind of have the house. They were laying on the couch with grandma, and grandpa was loving on the doggies. And now that's becoming, okay, our new version of grandkids.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's going to change. For my kids, I can't see it changing right now. One daughter, she's not going to get a pet, I don't think. But the other two, they got doggies, and
Yeah.
those are my little grand doggies, and I love on them like they was my little grandkids, which sounds very weird, but
But it's probably because your kids love them, so you love them.
Yeah.
But I really hope my kids have grandbabies because I would love them more than a grand dog.
no. I mean, yeah, you're right.
I've never been a
Yeah,
huge animal.
you-
I was
I
raised with
would.
animals my whole life.
Oh,
So it's not like I wasn't
Yeah.
whatever. I just have never been an animal. My mother loves cats. She is a cat. She transports cats back and forth for the vet to get from the shelter to the vet to get fixed. She is, I just don't have that deep desire for. I used to tell people at work, if you ever saw me volunteering at an animal shelter, you should probably question my.
Well, we did that when they got Dottie. Like,
Everybody,
why do you have a dog? Where did you get a dog?
everybody, when I adopted Dottie, And he was like, "What? My mom even was like, why did you get a dog?" I was like, "Because she was so cute and I felt so bad for her."
I don't know. I think they
But she's
do
been good for
grow
me.
on you,
Yeah.
because, like you said, I never grew up with dogs or cats, and I know I'm not a cat person because you cannot tell a cat don't go in my kitchen.
Right. Right. Because
And so
cats don't.
I would have to murder the cat,
Yeah.
honestly, or keep the doors closed so the cat couldn't get in there. But they can be
But see, I'm
destructive.
adamant about cats too. Like, I don't like them up on the tables.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, Bubba doesn't really go in the
Mm-mm.
kitchen, but I don't like that. But there's some of my friends, no offense to anybody, like, no offense.
Take some offense, because why your damn
They take
cat
the
on the
cat
counter?
eating out of the bowl on the counter or like whatever. And I'm just like, I can't. I ccannot. My mom is guilty of that. She puts cats on the
Okay, you need
counter,
to have
dining room
animal
table,
etiquette.
and I'm just like,
Because I love dogs and cats, and I love people that have pets. But if I come to your house and I see your pet on the counter or on the table or in the kitchen, I'm not eating anything out of your house.
it's just like,
I
I
cannot.
can't.
I
I can't.
cannot. I cannot.
Especially on top, people will send me the meme all the time because I'm really weird about potluck, you
Yeah.
know? So people will send me the meme all the time. It says why I don't eat potluck, and it's got like the cat in the bowl on the counter. It just makes me.
I
That's why I always ask, who
cannot.
made that? And then I'm like,
I
do they have
cannot.
animals?
Cannot.
Are they clean?
I
Like,
don't know. Because even with me, if I touch the dog, before I do anything in my kitchen, as soon as I walk in the house, I'm gonna go to the kitchen and wash my hands.
yeah.
Cause I mean, I love Dottie Boo, and she's so sweet. Look at her. And yes, you are a treat, baby. But I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not. She's like, give me a treat, somebody. Like, no, that's
Don't know where
too
it's at.
cute. Dottie Boo, go find it. She looking for it now.
Shit. Yeah.
But I just cannot. I mean, I'm sure dog hair probably ain't gonna kill me, but okay, I have issue with people. One, if you letting your pet lick you all in the face.
People who tongue kiss their pets.
Oh Jesus, it's
Oh,
not a thing.
oh, but yes. You've not seen owners let dogs kiss them in the lips? Yes.
I mean, I've seen them lick them in the face.
No,
Not
the lips.
okay, no, because they lick their butt
That's disgusting.
and they lick everything else, and they will eat their own throw up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The cats do that too.
So,
Cats do that too.
why am I letting them kiss me in the face? But people will say, "Well, it's no different than letting another human kiss
Oh
you
my
in the
gosh,
face
yes, it is.
because they got germs in their
Which
mouth
they do
too."
say dogs have very clean saliva.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Is it an old wives' tale? Or is it true that it says if you get a wound, you can have a dog lick it?
Okay, that sounds like it would probably get infected.
I don't have my phone. I'll
Oh
Google it because
Jesus!
I swear I think that's a thing. They're supposed to have pretty clean saliva, but yes, it's still disgusting. I don't want the dog to lick me in the face. So
But they might lick other, like when
yes,
they're
they're
greeting
licking their
each
own
other
ass and
and they greeting each other, they might lick the other person's butt or
yeah,
dog butt or something. No, I can't do that.
yeah.
I cannot do the licking of the face. I cannot do the in the kitchen. Dottie's like, give me some
What's
more
a
snacks.
treat?
And I cannot, yeah, I can't eat at your house if I see your animals all up in the kitchen and on the counter because I just think that's disgusting. But I mean, I can't even let the dog lay in the bed with me. She don't get on the couch.
Okay, now
You've
I've
been
gotten,
outside.
I've got
You've been outside.
now I've been guilty because Dottie definitely gets in the bed with me now.
Okay, you bathe her every night before she get into bed.
No,
Do you bathe?
no.
I-
I
but they-
bathe in the morning every morning. And then I wash my sheets every week.
Okay, yeah.
Every Sunday.
Yeah.
But I do have a blanket over my blanket.
Okay, yeah.
So she
So that's
sleeps on a
different.
throw blanket.
Okay, that's a little different.
It's still dirty.
but-
I hate it. I told people it's disgusting, but I just got roped in and
Right.
she's so cute and she just lays next to me, goes to sleep. So I think animals get you to change your damn mindset. It's just like, people speak from shit sometimes and they have
Yes.
no idea. Like if they've never been divorced, they've never had a child, they never whatever, but they have all this fucking advice to give. And then like that was me. I would never let dogs sleep in my bed. And then I have a dog and now the dog sleeps in my bed. I'm like, you should never talk about shit you don't know. You know what I mean? Like I used to
I
be
don't know. I don't think I could do it. Okay, so once, like kind of like you're saying, I had my foot surgically broke. And I had to be on bed rest for like 4 weeks. And so the 2 little doggies, because Ed didn't want me to be in a room by myself and he would be gone all day. So I would let them get on the bed on their blanket.
right.
And don't you get your ass off that blanket
Yeah.
because I would have a heart attack. And they would lay up there with me all day long.
Yeah.
And it didn't bother me. I eat a chip, they eat a chip.
Yeah.
I get another chip, they get another chip, but it's just something about it. I don't bathe Nora like I probably should all the time, and so she's dirty,
When
and
I
I think
take her
about that.
now, I take her to that car wash
Yes.
that has the dog wash.
Yes.
The coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
$10 for 10 minutes. It's got the rinse, the shampoo, the flea and tick shampoo, a blow dryer,
Are
the
you
whole
scared
deal.
you're ever gonna get fleas from a place like that?
Well, I spray it down with the sanitizer
Okay.
first.
Okay.
Then I put her in there and then I spray it. I mean, she
Okay.
has her treatment too,
Okay.
you
Yeah,
know.
that makes
But then it
sense.
has flea and tick treatment and it has the shampoo and it has everything else.
Yeah.
And then when I take her out, I disinfect it again for the next person.
Oh,
I mean, hopefully I never get anything from there. I didn't really think of it,
Yeah.
but
That was
just
the only concern I had about taking them to the dog wash. I've done it before, but I was always nervous about, like you said, the person before me, what they do in this
that's
thing
true.
and
That's
what did
true.
they dog look like.
That's true.
So I do take Nora. She has to be groomed, so I take her to the groomers. And it's hard to find a really good groomer for me because I like her cut a certain way, and I like for them to be kind of like how I am with Dottie. Okay, I know she jumps.
Yeah.
Do I like it? It don't bother me. You want her not to do it, so I try to teach her also not to do it, but the guy that we take her to, he's okay with her. She
Being
has a
jumpy. Yeah.
jumping spell or whatever, and he's really good with her, so, I mean, she likes him. She thinks
Yeah.
that's her other little brother or sibling or something, so but, yeah, grooming, food, taking care of the dog, taking them to
Exercise,
the vet, you
medicine.
gotta
Yeah.
have your medicine.
And you can't cheapest food. I learned that.
No.
I tried to start with the cheapest food, and that was not good for Dottie girl. So then we had to go up another like 3 levels. So
Yeah.
like one bag of food's like $70.
Yeah.
Like the good thing is she doesn't eat a lot. She eats like 1 cup a day. Eat a lot.
Nora is a greedy fat pig. If y'all see my dog, she got 3 neck rolls because her daddy loves her so much that he fills her whole entire bowl with food, and she will eat every morsel.
That's so funny.
She is a greedy fat girl.
No, I give her a cup a day, and sometimes she doesn't even eat that. She'll just wait till the next day. She's
Yeah.
just very, which is good because she's already hefty.
But you could spend a
You
fortune
could- Oh yeah, I mean
on
$70 a bag, so
dog.
that's pretty much every 2 months or so.
And then getting all these subscriptions to,
Mhm.
ooh, you can get this fancy food that looks
Okay,
like
the
human
heartworm
food.
medicine was for 6 months. Her heartworm with all the stuff, the plus one was $320 for 6 months. So I mean, yeah, it adds up.
I looked at the dog food that looks more like human food and was like, I wonder if I should be feeding my dog that kind of diet. And when I first got her, the people that bred her fed her a raw diet, which was like raw meats and all that stuff. And I was like, I can't get into this. I'm sorry, baby. You're going to have to get some food I can pour in a bowl and you can eat it and be happy. But I do see now that I wonder if what I'm feeding her, which is weird because she's a dog, like, is this good enough for her? Should I be feeding her something
I agree, 'cause
different?
that's
I don't know.
When I tell people she doesn't eat a lot, they're like, "You should go to, like, a chicken and rice," and I'm like, "I'd be making better dinner for her than I do for me." Like, "Are you for real right now?" Yes, they're for real right from the association. He has one of those full-size poodles, the full size, that's
The
the
big
real
ones.
yeah,
Okay.
whatever those are, and he makes everything homemade food every night for that dog. Fresh greens, rice, whatever they're allowed to eat, he makes meals, and I'm like,
No.
"That
I
dog
don't
would
even
literally
make
eat better than me."
I don't even make myself.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if it'd be cheaper though, honestly, I don't know.
It might be
'Cause
because
rice
you
isn't
can
expensive
yeah,
and,
you can
like
buy a bag of rice for a couple dollars.
Yeah, and shred a little bit of chicken.
You can buy canned chicken that
Yeah.
probably you could get for a couple
Yeah.
dollars or something like that, but I don't have the
know.
patience to do that.
I don't
So
either.
we
I
not
don't even
doing
cook
that.
for myself, so I'm not doing it for the dog.
That is too hilarious. All right. Well,
Mhm.
Dottie Boo, you gonna tell the people bye?
That was our episode, and we didn't even plan on talking about that.
You gonna tell the people bye? Cause see, it's a beautiful shelter pet, and she's so sweet, and she would love everybody, and she love her TT. She love her TT. Say,
Yeah,
say,
they
say,
do.
hey guys,
And
what do y'all
everything.
think about shelter pets? Should you get one or no?
Yes, go for
Yes,
shelter.
go get you a shelter pet. If you interact with them, I say before you decide to get a shelter pet, go to the shelter, volunteer, and just work and hang out there and kind
Get
of
to know
see
them, yeah.
how they interact with the dogs.
Yeah,
What do they do if there's an aggressive dog that comes in? Because behaviors are taught.
mm,
I know that for 100% certainty because when we got Cisco, he was very territorial and he would get on the couch. And if he was on the couch, you're not supposed to be on the couch with him. And he would growl and act a fool. And I was like, oh no, we're not having this. You finna get a pop. I do pop my dog, sorry. And after we corrected that behavior, he got one good pop. He didn't do it ever again.
yeah.
So just because they come in with some behaviors that might not be desirable doesn't mean you can't retrain them. So check them out, go visit the shelter, get to know the people. There are hundreds of rescues that you can look into to find you a pet that you really want.
And some of them have, like, where Madison lives, that you take the pet out for a day.
Yes, they have that here.
Yeah, so you could take
Mhm.
them to the park, you could
Yep.
take them to the store, you could take them out for the whole day and
Mhm.
see how they are. So
Yes.
that's kinda cool too,
Yes,
instead of
it
just
is
10
very.
minutes in a room.
Yes. So let us know in the comments below. What do you think about adopting a shelter pet? Do you think it's a great idea, a terrible idea? Have you done it? What is your experience? And if you like this episode, give us a 5-star review on wherever you're getting it. And check us out on YouTube if you want to see Dottie Boo in the video because she is so cute. And leave us comments so you can be on our next episode for the Rewind That Moment. And until next time, bye, guys.